Hello, everyone. It's Cynthia and Azalea, and we are Greengirlstudios. And this is, if you can believe it, our 14th event. 14. Can you believe it? Since we started doing our virtual classes and tutorials with the Great Bead Extravaganza. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. So we have some fun things planned. We only have an hour. And then after us, we will have the amazing Katie Hacker with us from Beads of Courage, which I'm excited about. And you know what? I forgot I was going to put my denim jacket on because the Crafty Chica is going to be doing a thing on decorating denim jackets, and that should be a lot of fun. Today, I'm going to show you one of my old school tips and tricks. So what I have here, this is a ribbon kind of, I don't know what you would call this. You could use it as a lariat. I'm going to take it off. I have braided these in my hair. Azalea has one. Where's the one
I took it out because it fell out.
Well, where is it so I can show it? All right. So what you can do with this, I'm going to show this. All right, here's a hat. This is a hat I got ready. And here's the band. And I'm going to put this on here like this. All right. So you could tie that on to a hat. Or it could be a lariat. So I'm going to show you how to do this. I used to make these back in the day when my sister and I did shows, and we would go shopping in Paris and get ribbon. Velvet ribbon, different kinds of ribbon. It's kind of like that. So anyway, I mean, you could be sassy with it. I have braided them in my braid, like I've tied it and braided it in, or in this case, this is a shorter one, and you can do this. Watch this. You guys are going to love it. And then let it be. You see that? Now, you can put beads in it. You can put all different kinds of things. It has kind of a feathery sort of boho chic look. So let's get started. I'm going to show you that, and then I'm going to show you what we have for Tucson. Actually, I don't know why I said what we have for Tucson. I have two new kits. I'm going to flip this camera around.
You do it.
Right, Azalea.
We have to switch it still. We're
Yeah,
still figuring out the other
we
cameras,
tried to get another
course.
camera thing going, and it just did not work out for us. Someday we'll figure it out.
All right, there we go. Perfect.
Perfect. Okay, so what you'll need is some ribbons. All right, little daughter, you don't have to be in there. So this is some that I've had for many, many years. This is organza. It's ombre. It's really pretty. You can also use, look at all these silks. So I grabbed a big old handful of silks and things. And you can use fake flowers. Grab a handful of that. See all this? You could put that. I'm going to put these on that side. And I just put everything in a tray. So it's not too chaotic, but I will admit this can get kind of chaotic. And pom-poms, I put in pom-poms. I make these with the acrylic yarn I get on sale. And it's pretty fun to use because then, you know, you get these wild colors and you can make fun pom-poms. So these are my supplies. I'm going to use some of my beads that I organized for this kit. I have two kits, and I'm going to show you those. Oh, yeah, I know. Kate needs to... I will not be selling in Tucson. I will be shopping in Tucson this year, but I am not going to be a vendor. Speaking of Kate, she sent me some of these clips. I don't know how I lived so long without them. But this is good times. You'll need these. So when you have this, it makes life a lot easier. So you can make these any length that you want. You can, if you're going to do it for a hat band, what you want to do is measure around the diameter of your hat and add extra. So you can always trim off, but you can't add extra if you make it too short. So I made one, I started one before I got on here, and I wanted to use, I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way because it's getting a little much. And I'm trying to hurry, I'm hustling. Okay, so I found these colors, and I thought it was pretty. Not even a little tote for your beads. Listen, Kalita, I got more totes than there are stars in the sky. All right, so I started already, and I just started a braid, but I'm going to show you what I've done. You can use several different colors and textures, and I'm going to do a three-way braid. There's all different kinds of braids you can do, all different kinds. I'm going to see if I can get that. And in this one, I have this sari thread, and it's kind of a crazy thread. It has all these different fuzzy pieces in it, and I'm wrapping it in a piece of kind of translucent silk. All right, so I'm going to just braid it. This is a three-handed braid. You can do 4-strand braids. You could do macrame knots. I like this because then I can go in and kind of pull different areas. And I'm doing this loosely. I'm not doing it tight. You see? Loosely. Now, if you go tight, which I did with this one, you can see you get a different texture. You see what I mean? That's very tight. This is a very loose braid on this. And I wanted it to be loose so that I could pull out areas when I'm finished. So right now this is, let's see, that's not long enough. So I'm going to keep going. You can move it up. And I'm trying to keep this fuzzy yarn on the inside so it's not going in every different direction. Although it doesn't really matter. I think this will be a good hat band. So I'm going to make it hat band size. I've made some with leather. You can make some with strands of beads, macrame cord, any kind of cord that you have. And since I have two like weights of cord here, you see that I get almost like, I don't know how to describe that. Let me get in there closer and show. The braid isn't equal. Say it's the different strands, but it gives you a different look. And it's super fast. So I think these would make good gifts. In fact, I've made many as gifts over the years. Like if you want to decorate a hat, or I've put them on purses, like on the handle of your tote. If you have short ones, that's a good use of ones that are about 8 inches. So say you have some beautiful pieces of French ribbon or something that came off of another project. If it's around, I don't know, let's see. I'm going to go all the way to this part here. Oh, thank you, Clem. Clem says it has a very fairy feel. I think it has a really pretty look to it. Now, I just tied that in a simple knot at the end. You don't have to do that. You can make it tidier, and you can make it where it's like wrapped or something. So I've just tied them. Yeah, and it does. It kind of undulates. Now, Azalea can put this in her hair, of course. She tied it to her head wrap, but you could make these in any different thickness. You can even do it with a thick cord. Here, I'll show you with, Azalea's going to keep an eye on the time. So I have a huge collection of ribbons. All right, I'm going to do one with this. Do you like this pink, daughter? Because I'll make this one for you. How long do you want it?
That like looks good.
Yeah, so you can do different widths. Now, ribbon can go. Look how how small that can be threaded down to. You can get beads on this, by the way, if you have a big enough hole. So in one of my kits, I have these little, I have these on it, and I use this little detail to finish it off. Yeah, Kumihimo, excellent, perfect for Kumihimo. So I just did a couple of stitches to cover it, and then I put one of these things on top and I left it. Now you can tie things to the end of those tassels. I think it looks pretty, kind of like feathers. And I have a bunch of these that I've made into scarves because this is one of my like cheats. I'll cut up silk shirts and pajamas or something like that I find at thrift stores, and that works really well. You just can't leave it raw edged unless you don't mind it fraying. But if you don't mind it fraying, you can just leave it, or you can sew it into a tube. So this one is ready to be decorated. Now, I will probably, oh, how to add the tassel. I'm getting ready to show you that part. I was going to show, there's so many ways to do it. It's really very easy to kind of get where you're like, let's do this, let's do this. Really, there's no limit. So I'm going to cut this down, I think, to maybe, here, I'll cut this off. Cut this one. Maybe cut that down a little bit more. I like these to be kind of at different lengths. I don't mind it. Now to add more to this, I'm going to show you that. I'll just hook this up here. And let's get, this would actually be pretty. So let's do some of this. I'll cut another piece off. Let me see. Cut this side. Now what I like to do, this is so easy, you guys are going to even believe it, is I'll tie a simple knot at the top. Just like this. And it's going above this knot, right? Pull it down. And if I think that's too much, I'm like, I don't know if I like that. I can always trim it down a little bit more. And depending on how you trim it, you can get kind of a feathery look. See? All right, that looks pretty good. No, you know what? These scissors are from the Oriental store. Somebody told me I'm not supposed to say Oriental store, but I asked the guy, I said, how do you want me to say this?
It says Oriental.
Yeah, I mean, it says it on the sign, so.
I'm sure they're fine. We're also
oh, Indian girls will do this. Yes, we do see that. And also in Mexico and in the Philippines. My mom showed me how to do this. This is from, she used to braid them in her really long hair when she was a teenager. So if you have, like, I have bags and bags of silk flowers that I take apart, and I save these for these projects. And these look really cool. Once you remove them, you can use the hole that's already in there. I fold them up like this. I give them a little fold, and then I'm going to pin them on there. And what I like to use is, what kind of thread is this, Azalea? This is some kind of...
I believe that's linen.
So this is linen, but you don't have to use linen. And I'm going to do a knot on one end. And I'm going to use a beading needle. It's long. Now the bonus of this is that while you're adding to this, you can wrap this point. You can give it a wrap like I did with the other one that I was just showing. I put it down. Oh, here it is. You can wrap it, and I put a little stitch on the end of it to hold it in place. You can put another texture or color in there. You could put a pom-pom, however you want to do it. On this point, I'm going to add a couple of stitches to the bottom of this. And you could even wrap this with cording, just like this kind of cording. This is a nylon, and you could make it just like a tassel. You could add more to this. Let me see. I think I have a pink that would look pretty in there. This pink, that might be good. It's okay. We'll try this lighter pink, I think. Now, I've used different, I collect these. I have a bunch of these. You can see, man, this is from, I bought these for so many of these over the years. This is, oh, from 2002. Wonderful. So this stuff works good, and this will make a fine. If you use these thin ones, you can make really fine ones. I buy packaged cording. I don't know where this is from, but I used this on that thicker one that I was showing you that Azalea had in her hair. And I also use, every once in a while, my friend will travel to India and get these pieces of silk like this, and this is stamped. And I usually get a couple of well, I'll say, when I say couple hundred of these for the show season, because these are great for projects. But you can email me. I only have like 20 or so left. But anyway, if you're interested, you can just shoot me an email. All right, I'm going to show you how to end that off. This is like so many tangents. I apologize. I'm a little frazzled. All right, so I knotted one end, and this thread is only, it's not knotted both sides, so I can move it. See, there's only one side is knotted. All right. Usually I'll put another two, so I just wrap it around, or just to do one strand to that. You could keep adding more. You could make this as chunky thick as you would like. And I save scraps of my yarn so that I can do just that. This blue would be nice. I'll just go and hit that, put some of that, or this. This might be too chromatic. Anyway, I've been collecting ribbon for a lot of years. I'll add one more, might be pretty. Pump up the volume. Now, you could wrap it like this. This could be a wrap. Maybe I'll do that. That'll look nice. All right, so I'm going to wrap these ends. I just decided just now I'm going to do that. So to do, start one end and tuck it in. You can also use a little bit of glue if that helps, like a dot of glue. But if you put too much glue, it can be a real pain to get your needle through it. I mean, in theory, you don't even have to sew it. You could glue the whole thing. But I just feel like sewing it is better because then you can add beads. If you use a beading needle, you can add beads. If you don't, then that's no, that's not the option. So you can slide that down and you can get that kind of look. And that's a little bit more finished, Oh, yeah, Janine says use silver silk. Yeah, that is a good idea. Nancy, I was thinking about hats the other day. I had just got another hat and I was talking to Candy. She was talking about a hat bar and I was like, my hat needs some serious attention. So this is going to be like my sewing here. You're going to have to forgive me. This is going to be tacked on there. This is fast. So there's one knot, and this is so that I don't have I don't have to fool with having two strands. This is not a two-strand project. I'm just going to go in and out and quickly get that into place. I guess you'd call that a basting stitch. And see, when you use just one strand, it makes it pretty fast. You can barely see your stitches. You can barely see them if you get a neutral color. I should have done something easier to see, but this works. You can pull that in tight. All right. Now, if I wanted to, I could add beads to this, or I could add, say I want to add this flower to the end. So you saw earlier how I was crinkling them up like this. I fold them. So I folded that into quarters, and I'm going to tack that in. Just right through it. And then just go a couple times. Zoe's like, she's like, you've been going 20 minutes. All right, so there's one little flower. Now you could add beads to this. Super easy. I have a bunch of them that I was using for the kit. Might as well show you that kit. I'll show you right now because actually this would look good with this. So this is the kit that we just did for this event. We did 2. I carved this star. I thought that would be really pretty. And here's how I would use this. This comes in this kit. What did we call this, little daughter?
That's the Tucson kit.
All right, this is our Tucson kit. I looked for colors of the Tucson kind of environment. And this one has a lot of gemstone. This is pretty much gemstone and metal. These are some plated pewter, fine pewter. There's no lead. This is pewter. And you can add that to your piece by either sewing it. You could do like this. And the kit is on the website right now.
It should be on the front page.
It should be right there.
The featured section.
The featured section. There's turquoise. It's from Arizona turquoise, that blue in there. And I would double it. And actually, I'd probably do a little drop of glue just to make sure that didn't come loose. Or even a stitch or 2. So this has kind of a very sort of ethereal look to it. You know, you could trim that down. I would, you know what? You could solidly bead that easily. I'm going to trim that off, this little flower. I might add another one. Let me just see. I think a little punch of, let's see what's in there. So far I have like a pink and a little light bit of gold. Let's see what's in there. I put pom-poms on them. They are so fun. It's been a long time. I kind of forgot about how fun they are. Because when I was younger, I used to braid them into my hair. Or I do, like, you know, you've seen images of Frida Kahlo with those head wraps that go through the tops of her braids. Well, I did a similar thing. And that works pretty well. This is a good project for that. The star is in the Tucson kit. So I did not finish when we were doing, we wanted to debut the kits last night for the newsletter. And then you can spread this out. I might do another one. I'm kind of on fire. Let me see, I'll do one more. I say one more.
No more.
Because I was like, no more. All right.
You should show off the kits, and we need to show the pieces.
All right. So to end that, so this is a beading needle, and you could easily pick up some pearls and knot those in and add to it. You could add more charms. You could add other bits. And the best part, I'm just going to end this. And here's how I end this. There's the thread. I'll go in a couple times like this. Slide my needle through that loop. Maybe I'll do it another time. Right through that hole that it's making. Pull it tight. And now that has a knot right there. Then I'll take that, go through the back of it. Now, see the knot is kind of there. And the cord here, or the thread, is on this side. You can now trim it, and it keeps it somewhat tidy. Not that it really matters. But there you go. That's one side. And I would trim these so that this would be easy to see. So let's test out what this is going to look like on the hat. All right, so I did just this side. And I made this so that we'll go around the hat band. And that was about, I don't know, maybe 2.5, 3 feet.
Ooh, that's charming.
So that's what you get. And then you have a bead. You could put seed beads. You could do whatever kind of beads. You could use silver silk, whatever you can on this. I just used what I had available in the colors. This could also be scraps of fabric that you cut in on the bias.
Say, that's something that you can do with leftover fabric or ribbon that you don't know what to do with.
Perfect.
Braid
So
it together.
just save it up. All right, now that was your quick and easy project for the day to make a hat band. I'm going to make a couple more for my girl to put around her head. I think I'll do some with some antique colors. So with that in mind, I'm going to tidy this up a little bit so it's not in every different direction.
Next, we need to display both the kits and the pieces.
All right. So here's the other kit. Look at this. Can you even believe it?
It's the Midwinter kit.
This is the Midwinter.
Specifically designed for this event.
Yeah, if you guys want to show the hat bands or lariats or however you want to do it, put it in our group. We have a group called the Greengirlstudios gang, and we love to see what people make. So you can use that. This has a lot of different, look at the textures and colors. So this is new for this kit. I made this week, or actually within this last couple weeks. This is on the website right now. And it's really, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of different kinds of textures and colors. Look at this. We found these little eye beads. Aren't those so charming?
That is also on the front page of our website in the featured list.
These are old, these electric blue pearls. This is a funny story. My friend Joanne, her uncle had a store in the early 80s. And he closed his store, and I guess he's a little bit of a hoarder because he kept it all in like original packaging for like the last however many years. I want to say 20 years, but I realize now that the 80s were not 20 years ago. Somebody was like, Cynthia, that's actually not 20 years ago. That was more than 20 years ago. But anyway, there are these pearls, and I thought I would fool with them and see if I could like if the dye would come off on them. There's no way that dye's coming off. I tried everything I could think of, and nothing is budging it. And they're actually pretty cool. They have a neat texture. They're called rice pearls because they're rice shaped. But anyway, there's a bunch of them in there, and there's faceted water clear quartz. There's some of this antique quartz that I bought several years ago, and I can't find it anymore, but I really like it. And there is some, what is this? Aventurine, some of the things. Oh, this is aquamarine. There's some aquamarine. So there's a lot of variety in here. This one has, everything kind of went down to the bottom of this. And this is rhodochrosite. This is old rhodochrosite. Look at that color. It's not dyed. That's just how it is. This is from New Mexico.
This is called the Winter Night Sky.
This one is Winter Night Sky.
Yes. And
this one is called Shuri. That's, yeah, it seems like a lot of hoarding, but yeah, it's
hey, hoarding, that's being put to use.
Yeah, hoarding put to use. So anyway, yeah, these bowls have a lot. I'm excited about these. Azalea was like, is there going to be extra for me? And I said, maybe. But right now we only have 20 of each, and I don't have the fixins to make more. So that's a little bit sad. But there's bronzite in this one. There's
14 left of the Tucson one.
There's 14 left of this one. This is Arizona turquoise that's in this one. Not dyed. That's natural. So there's also jasper. There's a lot of agate in this one. This has a lot of really unusual. Oh, and I forgot. Look at this one. This is fossilized coral. When was the last time you saw fossilized coral in a bead? It looks like little fireworks.
You know what would be a good idea?
Picture jasper. I know. So pretty.
Imagine a necklace with this and then wearing those earrings
as
your whole look.
Oh, yeah. You're right. So we have some of these too. This is from the same thing. These are hand-carved turquoise cabs set in...
With the writing on the back.
She's like, this one has the writing. We're ready to do it. Yes, it does, Clem. This star, where'd that star go? Oh, it's in my, where'd I put it? Oh, it's on this. I tied it to the hat.
It.
So that one is in that kit. And the bird link or pendant is in that one.
The bird is in the winter one, and the star is in the Tucson one. That's good.
All right. Well, I can't.
You could even switch that and put it like the winter star, and then the bird flying over.
I know, but that's what people, we'll have extras. So anyway, this is gonna have this design on it. It's kind of like, it's pretty festive. So that is in the shop right now. What I don't think we have a listing for each one separately yet, do we?
Oh no, we don't
Not
have a
yet.
list. Those are very fresh pieces.
They're very fresh. So this is a new thing too. So a friend of mine was like, I made that E-clasp and I wove a hand-woven linen and metallic. And she was like, that's the best thing you've ever made. And so I was like, what? And so I decided to make this. And it's kind of like,
It's twice the size.
it's
but
big. It's way big.
Is good.
So big. And anyway, this one, we're going to make this in a few metals. And it's going to go like this. So, it could be a belt almost.
I know, you could definitely do something crazy with that big E.
I know. I don't know. I just wanted it. So, for myself, I was like, you know what I need? I need something like this. And I'm going to hand what I wanted. I was in the mood for weaving, so that's why I made this piece. So this is going on the website. I don't know if Azalea has that. Oh yeah, it would be good on a hat band too. There's a lot of ways you could use this.
You could make a hat band that's like, you could do like the weaving, or you could do ribbon and then tie it onto your hat with a buckle like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
This is a little heavy though, just so you know. Could be. I made it for the purpose of bracelets. And I was thinking, hey, wouldn't it be good? I get all these vintage, like we like to go thrifting and finding textiles. And if you had one in like silk scarves or something, that might be fun. Oh yeah, like bloom beading. Yeah. We make bronzes. Just depends on what we have time for. I might have a few bronzes that we're going to have a live sale in a few minutes. So I'm going to do that right now, actually.
Real quick, I'm going to put this link. I totally forgot. We usually do this where we put the link in the comments.
Oh, yeah. Good idea. Oh, thank you, Shri. She says it's an elegant clasp. Thank you. I had a couple of ideas for it, you know. I thought it was pretty. Originally when I did this, and this is so funny because I forgot to do this, I wanted to put pewter beads, but I didn't do it until after, and so I didn't have any with big enough holes, so I slid that on there, but originally I'd had a pewter bead on there. And this is based on a class that I used to do, or a kit. Look at this, I found this. This is from the 90s, y'all. Check that out.
Oh, Terry. Terry asks, how do I get that Tucson mix? I just put a link in the comments and it'll take you right to our website. And if you just click that link and scroll down just a little bit, it'll be right there on the front page. It'll have a picture of this kit and it'll say Tucson kit, and it'll be right next to this Winter Night Sky kit. And they're currently in the sale featured items section, which is right on the front page. Very nice.
I see it. I see that link. Thank you for putting that link.
Yeah,
all right.
For people to see it, they'll be able to click it. Right there.
Good job. You did it. That's sometimes it can be hard with this. It can be very tricky with all of these different. You know what? I just wadded this up after I went through all the rigmarole to do that. Now it's all wadded up. I'm gonna set this stuff aside. All right. I'm going to make some space. Do you guys like these? Because I have some to share.
Show those first.
Okay, I will show these first. So we're going to do... Yes, we're making... Azalea can make a listing. We are not doing a coupon code this time. We've had a lot of problems with the coupon codes, so we've done some discounts on some of the kits, and we've done some sales throughout. We also placed a bunch more of my finished jewelry. So if you feel like getting a new necklace for yourself, you can do that.
This is our first lot of today. We have about half an hour left until we have to pass it on to the next artist. This is our first lot. These are turquoise and brass.
Tell them what
stud earrings.
How we do this, Azalea. So when we're doing this, this is not on the website. This is stuff that we have very limited quantities of that that we didn't have a chance, that's not going to make it on there.
Describe how to sell it.
So
somebody was saying this Facebook user says, "Love those earrings. I couldn't find them when I purchased the kits. The kits do not come with the earrings. These are something separate. These are not on the website because we have very limited quantity of them. And this is how we do this. Whenever we do lot sales like what we're about to do, there's a lot number, lot 800 on here, and here's the price for the pair of earrings, brass stud earrings with turquoise, and all you have to do is comment 800
if
or
you would
lot
like a
800 if you want it. So I will take down your name in my notebook and send you an invoice from Shopify, and you'll get it in your email, and it will say like it'll just be an invoice, and you can pay it, and we'll ship it to you.
You can pay it whatever you want.
If your name is not coming up, if you're showing up as Facebook user, you have to give permission to StreamYard to show your Facebook account. Otherwise, you're gonna have to put your name in your comment. And it looks like right now we have 14 of these. All right.
Oh, so there's already people that
hold
want
this real
some.
quick.
All right, Azalea's getting her notebook. And what's going to happen is she'll send you an invoice. If you've never purchased with us, send me your email address to the email that is right here at the top.
All right.
Oh, wow. Thank you, folks. These earrings, I will say, they're really good because I don't know if you can see this. They're hand carved turquoise from Arizona. There was even the thing from the guy the invoice of where he got them. And I looked it up, and the person's long been passed away. But I was so impressed. They're such a beautiful, like the carving is really detailed. Like there are little dots carved in there. There's a little bit of like petals delineated, and they have a nice long post. I'm wearing some now. I saved some for myself, and I gave some to Azalea, and I gave some to my friends. But what I have, I'm sharing now. Usually I'd take these to festivals with me. I do art markets in the summer. But I thought, hey, maybe I'll see if you guys like them. And also, I need to get some money for Tucson shopping. So one thing that we're going to do differently this year is I'm not going to be set up at a show, just because for me, driving out, it takes 4 days to drive out and to have, like, I need thousands of dollars in stock. And this year I was not able to make enough stock to, warrant driving all the way out there and spending, the money for a booth fee. So the booth fee is where one of your biggest expenses, like doing the Pueblo, is about $5,000. And I just did not have that. So we were like, you know what? Let's just go and shop and get stuff for our virtual sales. So every Sunday, if you don't know this, every Sunday at 7 Eastern time, we do a live sale and a tutorial, kind of like what we're doing today. But this one is a little bit faster. And what we like to do is find unique things and make things in small batches. So for the lot sale, I'll make, say I have a bunch of these, I'll make, I don't know, 10 of them in silver or bronze or whatever. And then we'll sell these during the lot sale. And there won't be enough to put on the website, but it'll be like, kind of like our fresh items. So that's one thing. Let's see if Azalea's caught up.
Just about.
Oh, I will say we also, this is on the website right now, is there are what we're calling Tucson mystery collections. Now that box will be what we usually sell in lots during the week, but it's going to be things that we find in Tucson. So you can get that. Clem, there isn't a discount code this time. We had a lot of problems with a discount code, and we're not doing that this time. Maybe we can figure it out for next time, but we discounted stuff throughout. I don't know, during today we probably won't, because that Christy Friesen will be going on at our usual time. So here's something that's kind of highfalutin. I got a little bit of this. Our stone dealer was like, I know what you like, and I saved these for you. So these are hand carved aquamarine. They are gorgeous. They are utterly stunning, and they're kind of an unusual cut. I collect this cut. anytime I see it, I try to get it. Usually it's way out of my price range because usually they reserve this type of cut for rubies. Rubies are generally cut like this, or emeralds or something. Actually, I've never seen it in emerald. But and I haven't seen it in sapphire recently. So anyway, this I have, let's see, I have 5 of these. This is lot, they're 96. But this is like if you were to weigh that, I'm not sure how many carats that is, but they charge me by the carat weight. So, Azalea, we already have Mary.
I found it on my phone.
Oh, she's watching. I didn't know she could do that. So smart. So smart. I know, melon cut is really beautiful. It's super. Yeah, it's kind of like little pumpkins. It is just like little pumpkins. And I graduated these. So this was 3 different strands that I graduated to get this. So you could have like a sample of it. The pewter bird will come with that. And then the finish, yeah, I see that comment there. The finished jewelry is searching necklaces. Right.
How many do we have of that? We check the back of the tag.
5.
All right, perfect.
All right, what's next, little daughter? Oh, I was happy about this. I think that this is one of my favorite things that I've gotten in a while. So everybody's seen labradorite. We all know labradorite. But one of the things, look at the quality of this labradorite. Now, I want to point out that these have very nicely drilled holes. So if you've seen my finished work, you know that I like to work on nylon and different kinds of cord, silks, I crochet, I do knotting, and I want to be able to use different fancy gemstones. This has, and here I'll show you how to look. When you're hunting gemstones, you want to make sure you're getting well drilled. You line them up like this, and you see how they slide on there. See that? If they're kind of like oddball, then you know they're kind of drilled odd. These are drilled right through the center, perfect little rondelles. They are beautifully faceted, and the color is outstanding. So I have 9 strands of this. They're $30. It's an awesome deal. I got a great deal on it, and I'm passing that on to you. So this is $7.92. It's a full strand of this. These have tons of flash. If I could have gotten all of them, I would have. Yeah, I think this is probably like 3 or 4 millimeter, and then like 4 or 5.5 across. But they are awesome, and that's $7.92.
How many do we have of those?
We have, let's see, 9. There's 9. Yeah, these are amazing. I think you guys are going to love them. They actually, to me, when I first saw them, I thought they were tanzanite from a distance because I was like, what is that? Because they're almost a light violet. Let me see if I can put them against something a little bit lighter instead of my palm. Yeah, see that color? They're translucent, but they have a really good flash. All right. Yeah, these would be great on cording. You could actually, I would venture to say, you could probably get a medium cord through there, because look how thick this cord is. And it's going right through it with ease. Yeah. Sometimes it can be hard to find things that are well drilled. I get pretty frustrated with a lot of beads that have small. And I think this is, what is the size of that string? Where's that ruler you had there?
I believe I bought it. It's right here.
It's funny, this ruler, for some reason, does not have, this is an old ruler, you can see, because it has type from type point instead of millimeters. So it looks like you're getting almost 13 inches of beads. Are those done, Azalea? There was 9. Yes. Okay, here, Pat, you can get this from me. And pass me the next thing. So these are fun. No, those are not from Dakota Stone. So your thing says Facebook user. It doesn't say your name. So you have to give your name to StreamYard. Could they be plated? I don't know if you could plate those. What we'll do, Debbie, is we'll show a list at the end, and you can see if your name and what your lots are.
It's very messy and very poorly written.
All right, so I am so happy with these. These are emeralds. Okay, I don't know if you've seen emeralds of this size and shape, and look, they're drilled so that this is medium soft flex, so they go right on there. Look at that. All right. I can see you, Bonnie. Your name is coming up, Bonnie. All right, so these are 35 for
those juicy
emeralds.
I picked those.
Now, Azalea picked these. So you could put, look at this, two, look at this, earrings. Two, okay, so you get 3 earrings, sets of earrings, and what's the number? $7.93. I don't have a ton of this. I only have 5. But look how big and juicy those are. They're not dyed either. This is just a natural stone. And sometimes they have that kind of shampoo shimmer. But these are really beautiful emeralds. You don't really see that many emeralds, especially when they're a little bit big like that. Yes, I can see your name, Karen. All right. Are you good on this one, Azalea? You got it? There are 5.
One second. Okay.
All right, pass me the next thing, little daughter. Another thing of emeralds, I think. I can see them in the tray.
Yeah, I like these. I picked these too. Oh, I saw them, and yeah.
Okay, so these are this is a different type of emerald. This one also comes from Brazil. A lot of emeralds come from Brazil. That's just where they mine that, like amethyst and quartz. So this is $7.94. These are heavier. Like this is a heavier weight. They're also drilled very well.
Oh yeah, everything we strung
and
up has
this
big
one,
holes.
If you're going to do earrings, you'll get 4 sets of earrings out of this easily. So this is $7.94. Now, a lot of times people are probably like, why are they selling these smalls? This started because my friend Diane and a couple of my other friends were like, so can I get some of those? If you go shopping, can you get it? And I'd be like, well, I don't want that many. Most of the time it's like I can't afford to get, because like a $300 strand. So if you split it, it's a little more, it's easier, so you can still play with it, but you don't have to plunk down $500 for a strand of beads. So this one is $7.94. It's $50. You'll get, I would say, 4 pairs of earrings, or you could make a necklace with that easily. The color is great. The cut is fantastic. This is called a simple cut. And I just love them. Look at that one, that color. Isn't that pretty? So they're all in this, like, kind of bluey green color, kind of like a turquoisey green, I guess. I don't know. Is that done, Azalea? Are they gone? Because I have, let's see, I have 5 of them. $7.94 is the name of that. I know, they have a unique shape. They're really pretty.
Looks like there's one left.
All right. This is, Clem, are you talking about this? This is emerald. This is another type of emerald. These are more like crystalline. They have just a different kind of vein. So when you go to the gem show, you'll see people walking around with big old bags of stones. And I think I have one over here. I don't have a big chunk of emerald anywhere, but it'll be different colors depending on where it is on the rock. And they cut it up in slabs, and then from the slab they'll cut it into little cubes, and then they'll shape them in a machine. So you can tell sometimes when things are hand carved, sometimes things are machine carved. And is that it on that? Are those gone?
There's one left.
Okay, so there's one left of this. We'll put aside.
List of things that are left we can show
All
at
right,
the end.
at the end. All right, I love these. I got a bunch of this. I don't know how you guys are going to feel about this, but I'm pretty crazy about that. All right. It is kind of an evergreen color. So these are citrines, and this cut is kind of like a melon cut. It's kind of a, like, I don't know how you would call that because it's not really a pumpkin.
It's like
It's not really a melon. It's like a lemon.
It's almost like a.
But
if you look at the top half of it, it's like a lemon squeezer. Looks just like that.
Yeah, everything will be combined. Azalea can combine it for you. So this is $7.95. These are $34. I know. They're very sunny. I love them. I love them. This would make really pretty earrings right there. If you were to make these just for earrings, listen, you get, let me see how many you get. So you get, say, 4 pairs of earrings and then one for that one in the middle. You'd get as your, like, you could put it in a necklace. But I think they're pretty. I mean, listen, how do you ever see, like, I never see any of these like that. Carved, I look for the carved ones. They never make a lot of them because they're kind of pricey. Usually you'll see rondelles, like fat non-faceted rondelles or rounds. That's pretty common. But like this is a very unusual shape. You'd have to hunt for it. So I actually bought a lot of this, and there's 8 strands of this. So if you would like, this is $7.95 and it's $34. Now, if you're watching this on replay, just email at the top and I'll send you an email and let you know if there's any available. If I don't get back to you right away, that might mean that there's none left. So
how many do we have?
8.
Oh, okay. This might take me a second longer.
Yeah, you think they're all gone?
Yeah, I have to write really fast.
Azalea's writing really fast.
I don't want to make sure we oversell something. We don't have enough of stuff to constantly count it.
All right.
And make sure that it's, good.
Yeah, I do like a unique shape and cut. So with our Tucson kits that we're pre-selling that, what that's going to mean is that you're going to get stuff like this. You're going to get stuff that is in I don't want to say in fashion in Tucson, but it is kind of like fashion. Stones go in and out of style depending on what's available and what mines are, what's going on in the different mines. And what I'll probably do is find the things that I love. This is not probably, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find things I love, and then I'm going to see if it's depending on how many people I get. Like if I only get one person that's going to get the 150 bundle box, then I only have to shop for that one and then shop for our live sales.
We have a little over 10 minutes, so we have to kind of race this.
All right, I'm gonna hustle now.
Unless they've changed our amount of time, we only get 1 hour.
It's 1 hour with a little.
We've been going 53 minutes.
All right, so I'm gonna hustle here. This is, look at the color of this. I found this and I got all of it. So it is $7.96. This is lapis. It's faceted. It is undyed. That is its natural color. This is the color that they painted, that Fran Filippo Lippe painted the Madonna in crushed lapis lazuli. This comes from Afghanistan. This particular lot has incredible color. It's exactly like Asheville skies around 7:30. It's perfection, and I love it. And I don't have a ton. Oh, I have 5. Oh, the other must be for me because, you need it. So these have also really good, well-drilled holes. They are not, you know how you have to fight for your life to get that in there? You don't, because look, it's medium soft flex is going through there, and it's not cramped. It's moving easily. I have 5 strands of this, and I got a really good deal, and so I'm also giving you the good deal too. So $7.96. Is that done? All right. I have some big ones. I don't have as many of these. Maybe I do. Oh no, I have 6 of this one. This is $20. This is the same. This came from the same vein, and it is $7.97. Look at this.
Those
I
are
know.
juicy.
They are so juicy. I mean, that color and the sparkle on there. This is called microfaceting. Sometimes you'll see some that are faceted. They'll kind of be a little murky. This has a really
You have 6 of
beautiful,
those?
crisp facet. You can see that. And the color is great. Sometimes you get lapis where it's a ton of, you see, lapis naturally has little white striations. Sometimes you get a little bit of the gold striation, that's pyrite in there, and calcite, which are making those white flecks. This is very little of that, there's very little. So you're getting just that beautiful denim-y blue. And that is $7.97. And if you're watching on replay, just shoot us an email here, Greengirlstudios at yahoo.com, and I'll let you know the availability if there's any left. All right, what's left, little daughter? I think that's it. No, there's one more.
2 more.
2? I don't see 2.
You did these.
Oh, I forgot about those. Oh, so I found these. I found a box actually when we were going through stuff and I was sorting out stuff from my friend Joanne. Look at these Herkimers. Now I got these from a guy set up. He wasn't actually set up. And, I don't know how much I paid for them. I'm just doing this because I think that's how much. Anyway, he just had a folding table out in the middle of on the parking lot of the roadway. He wasn't even part of the show. And I bought them. But they're good because, again, they have nice holes and they're kind of long. But they called Herkimer diamonds. They're not diamonds, obviously. They're a water clear quartz. And they call them that because they have a refraction that is just like a diamond. And that means, how does it reflect light? And so as I'm showing this like this, you can see they do reflect a lot of light. So this is $20 for this handful here.
We have 5 of them?
And there are 6.
There's 6 of them. Okay.
So that's $7.98. And I think this is, oh no, this is not the last one. We're getting down to the wire.
I know, we timed it so well.
I know. They are big. They are very big. The thing is, some of them are double terminated. They're a little flat. So what that means is when they grow these, what a lot of times what this is when you see these, I have a sample of them. They grow on a kind of they basically grow on a crystal, and it looks like how sugar crystals grow. And what they do is they break them off gently. I've done this myself, and they break almost completely cleanly. And they're not super hard to drill. I've drilled these before. I've found crystals. Here we're on like a big old quartz crystal here in Asheville. There's a ton of quartz around here, but it's never like this. This happens in Herkimer, New York. And I think they have a lot of places where you can dig it. I have not dug it there. I've dug quartz here, and it's not as clear. It's more white, I guess. That's the difference. All right, is that it on that? And then the last thing is, pass me that spinel.
All right, this is the last lot, but then
All
we
right.
can show this at the end because there's more left.
All right, so this is, okay, this is $7.99. Yeah, you do. You get every kind of crystal in Asheville. You can find gold here. I've looked, and I did not find gold, but listen, I've looked. So $7.99. This is, okay, so you would think when you look at that, you're like, oh my gosh, is that sapphire? This is actually spinel. So this is blue spinel. Now, how often have you seen that? I ask myself, not very often. Now, what's good about this is usually you find it in black, you find it in brown, you find it in like clear or taupe. And it has, what's good about spinel is that it's, there's 5 of them, is that it sparkles like crystals, like fancy Austrian crystals. And it's one of those things that they price it pretty high. I found this. There was only like a few strands. I got some for my finished jewelry, and I love it. I don't know. It reminds me of sapphires, but a little bit different. There's something a little bit different, kind of ethereal, and a little bit like, it reminds me, I don't know why meteors come to mind. I don't think that has anything to do with anything, but that's what just makes my brain go. but I love them. So, and that's it. That's all I have.
This is the last thing.
Oh, so the
This is
last
one
thing
last thing that has not
that
sold.
did not find a home. And if you're interested, if
One of
anyone's,
those.
we have one left. So these are $96. I know it's a lot for that, but this is a heavy duty. I mean, there's a lot of carat weight. If you were to buy the full strand, you would have to, because nobody sells them like this. If you were to get them, you would have to spend over $600 to get that. You can't buy it like this from anybody. That's why we started doing this. So there's one left.
And it's gone.
And it's gone. Thank you, friends. All right, I'm going to flip this camera around. And we have a couple of minutes.
Exactly an hour and 20 seconds.
We have a few minutes. We don't have to be right on it. Like, you know, we don't have to be like turning it off right here. Okay. Yeah, Betsy, that's why we started doing these split strands, because we'd go to the shows and we'd be like, I guess we can, you know, if you want the emeralds, I'll get the rubies, and then we'll split it, you know. But a couple of my friends stopped going to the shows, and they would just say, hey, can you go get it for me? And I did that for years. I did that for my friend Diane. I've done that for my friend, you know, just different friends that would want that. And it's a good way to get a good, like, taste of different stones that you might not be able to move it. You know, if you make jewelry for fairs or whatever, you might not be able to move. Like if you invest in a very expensive strand, you might not be able to move it. So it's a good way to get some at a good price. So don't forget, if you want in on our Tucson Mystery Bundles collection box, or it's like a collection of different things. They'll have different stones. It won't just be one or two kinds, but a good mix. That's on there on the website. We will combine mode everything. If you bought from our live sale today, we'll combine it with anything that you buy on the website. So that's a thing. And we're also going to add, we didn't get a chance to add this, but we'll put this up, this new clasp that is, you know, this one. And also this is a new one. So check back with us and you can see the different, for the new pieces that we have. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial on making hat bands / hair wrap. Like that's one right there. That's that one. That's one we made today. And this is one I made last night. And then I think I have this one, look at this one on my hair. So this is the other one we did. And you can make them in like 10 minutes unless you go and you bedazzle the heck out of them. That makes it where it adds a little bit more time. So it's fun and it's pretty crafty. So maybe we'll do, if you guys like the fiber arts, we'll do more of that on Sunday. We could do one, maybe pom-poms. So don't forget, join us on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern time for our live
Who's
sales.
after us again?
Well, Katie Hacker is going to be, because Kate she just birthed a baby, so she's taking a break. And then Crafty Chica, she's going to do denim jackets, and then Christy Friesen. So the fun is still going on. It's still happening. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for all the support over, and showing up and being part of our event. We really appreciate it, and it really, y'all are putting food on the table, so we really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you watch the rest of our presenters. Thank you all. Love you all.